Hey, what's up? I'm Pfeiffer, the owner of VegasVIPServices.com. I'm standing here today, guys, in front of Palm Tree Beach Club. It is a opening weekend here, Sunday, and I'm going to give you guys a full run through of all the different options for bottle service. I'm Pfeiffer. I own the Party Plan app. I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. And this video is going to show you all the different options, give you the full tour, and let you know how to purchase your bottle service when you come out here to Vegas. Let's go in and check this place out. All right, so if you're coming to Palm Tree Beach Club, then you're definitely gonna want to kind of know the ins and outs of this place. I'm standing here just so you guys know, this is the Top Golf parking lot, okay? Top Golf is right here. This is Koval Avenue, okay? This is the entrance to Palm Tree Beach Club. The MGM is way over there. That's the signature. You don't want to ever get dropped off at the front of the MGM, okay? If you get dropped off at the front of the MGM, just plan on walking like a mile. It's going to take you 15 minutes to get to the Palm Tree Beach Club. You can easily get dropped off right back here, right in front of the place. If you tell the cab driver or the Uber or the limo driver, make sure they drop you off at Palm Tree Beach Club off Koval in the Top Golf parking lot. It's very essential, okay? I've seen it too many times where people get dropped off at MGM and then they got to walk like literally a mile. It's a mile, and it takes about 15 minutes to get over here. So just get dropped off right in front and make things easy, right? That's tip number one. Tip number two is if you're coming here, don't bring your weed, okay? Weed is legal in Las Vegas. We can buy it anywhere. There's plenty of dispensaries around, but this is still at a casino and it's operating under federal licensing, and weed is still illegal under federal licensing. So do not bring your weed. They will not let it in. And of course, this place is fairly strict when it comes to any other fun stuff. Don't bring it because it's illegal. They do dig in your pockets and whatnot, and they're gonna find it, so just don't bring it, all right? So just words of advice. And they're pretty strict here on the dress code. I'm wearing like a kind of an outfit, if you will. This is a perfectly fine outfit. You can wear a tank top, t-shirt, just no jerseys, okay, for the guys. And of course, no pants, okay? Those are kind of the main things I see people. They gotta have like swim shorts on. That's like the most important thing. Make sure you don't wear like jean shorts or khakis or anything like that. Swim shorts and like a tank top, no white beaters, no jerseys, okay? Those are the main things I see issues with, okay? Now, when it comes to getting into this place, there's several options. The guest list is going to be down that way, and the ticket line, that's going to be down that way, and then the table line is right here. You see the in the background here, it says Palm Tree Beach Club. That's going to be the table line. I'm here early before it gets started because usually out here in the parking lot, and when it is going on, it's a little bit loud, so it's hard to shoot a video. But this is where you're going to line up for the tables, and we're going to go in and check this place out. Now you go in and you check it inside, and then you do go through that security. So just keep that in mind. They're a little less strict than they used to be. They used to really dig in your pockets here, but now they've kind of just checking for like weapons and whatnot. So just keep that in mind. It's still not worth taking any chances, all right? Now let's talk about the DJ lineup here. The days are going to be open, etc. This place does have the Tao Group, roster, if you will, and their Saturdays are pretty stacked. I looked at the schedule pretty much for the whole summer. You're gonna have Tiesto on limited days. They do split him with some of the other Tao venues, and then of course Liv has him part of the days as well. And then they have Martin Garrix, he's one of their exclusives. Zed's one of their exclusives. Alesso's one of their exclusives. Steve Aoki's one of their exclusives. Garrix is one of their exclusives, Martin Garrix. Those are like their big hitters, okay? Now they are gonna be using, some of those hitters at Tao Beach and Omnia Day Club, which is opening up in May, so that's gonna make things a little bit more interesting. So you might see like a Pauly D here, or a DeRoe here on a Saturday, or a Chris Lake. Those are some of their other, kind of mid-level guys, if you will. But it doesn't look like to me they're gonna do that much here on Fridays. They're gonna have DJ shift, it looks like, most of the dates. And then Sundays, they'll probably have some limited, bigger DJ dates. So, it is what it is. You're gonna have to check the schedule out here in Las Vegas. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens when they open Omnia Day Club around EDC weekend, and they add another massive club to the Vegas scene for the EDM. It's going to spread things pretty thin on Fridays and Sundays, that's for sure. Now, as far as Saturdays go, as long as they have a big hitter here, it should be pretty good, okay? So make sure you hit me up. My number is 702-883-3006. I'm going to know what's going on. I'm going to be out every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much, and I'll be able to tell you what's good, what's not. I'll be able to look at the schedule and kind of give you some good advice on where to book your bottle service. And so I'm here to help. All right, now let's talk about the different bottle service options in here. There's not that many different choices, but there are some tables that are better than others. So, if you want one of those more premier tables, generally kind of got a tip for that. So we call that a handshake or a podium tip, whatever you want to call it. You generally aren't going to get the best table by accident. And, just keep in mind, if you book online, you're never going to get the best table because no host is making commission on your table, okay? So definitely don't want to book online. I can always usually save you a little bit of money on the online pricing depending on how low it is for that day or weekend. And, sometimes I can even get some bottle deals, if you will, on certain days. Wednesdays and Mondays when they're open here, and even Thursdays, and they'll be offered some deals. So make sure you hit me up for that. Now let's talk about the different sections in here, okay? We'll start with the best sections and go down to the lowest sections. The top tier sections on here are both, that's the premium beach villas on the one side, that's this side, and then the regular beach villas are on the other side. So it's a big rectangle kind of, and this is considered the newer side, the premium beach villas. Why are these premium? Well, because they're a little closer to the DJ, and they have 3 equal sized pools. Like the 2 beach villas share a pool, okay? And this side there's 3 rectangular pools. On the other side there's 2 rectangular pools, and then there's one that kind of goes like this and then like this. It's kind of like got a ovally pattern to it, if you will. So that's on the regular beach villas. The premium beach villas have the 3 rectangle pools, and they're maybe a little bit like deeper, but the same size as the other beach villas. Now the main thing is with the females up here, they usually bring the prettiest females up to this side, okay? So if you're a group of guys and you want to have the best time at Palm Tree Beach Club and you have a little bit of dough, I'd recommend the premium beach villas over the regular beach villas, just because there's going to be more women that get brought up to this side than the other side. That's typically almost always the case. All right, so usually about $1,000 more for this side, or $500 on certain days, more minimum. It's worth it. Okay, that's my opinion. The next level down is going to be your deluxe cabanas. I do like the deluxe cabanas here. They're fairly reasonably priced. Like even recently I booked one for Tiesto, only $5K, which isn't bad for deluxe cabana, because these have the plunge pool in front of them. Now it's not your own plunge pool, it's a shared plunge pool that goes down the whole middle. But before they didn't have that pool up over there, and those weren't that great. But they've redone them. You can kind of see them right here in the background, and they've actually made them a lot nicer. They put, they're more fixed, if you will. They used to be kind of like, they're more like canvas, but now they're actually like cement, and they're really nice, and they're well done inside. They put a nice facelift on this whole place last year when they remodeled Wet Republic and turned it into a Palm Tree Beach Club. The deluxe cabanas are very nice, and they're very good value. You can get a pretty good cabana even on a big DJ day for 5 to 6K, which is not bad in Las Vegas. Okay, and then you book these on like a Friday or a Sunday, you get your own plunge pool, shared plunge pool, and they're fairly inexpensive. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for a nice setup to meet girls and bring them up to your own pool. This is a good place for that, all right? So your next table down, that's gonna be like your seaside table. Back in the day at Wet Republic, they used to call the deck tables. Now they're called the seaside tables. These tables face the DJ, and they line the pool on the one end. And basically you have like GA pool, if you will. One girl one time called it the poverty pool. I thought that was kind of funny, but anyway, it is what it is. That's a GA pool, and there's a lot of action in there. It's always full of people, especially on hot days. And you have your table right next to the pool, and you got like that ledge is kind of like your ledge, okay? So those seaside tables are pretty good. I booked those a lot. People really like them. There's several that are like big U's, and there's a couple in the middle that are more like L's. If you want one of the bigger U's, hit me up. We can usually get that, or we can tip to get that. We'll make it happen. All right, now the next level down from there, that's gonna be your shore tables, okay? These are gonna be the old Wet Republic dance floor tables. They call them shore tables now. They actually did a really nice job when they remodeled this place last year and turned it into Palm Tree Beach Club. They put a fantastic DJ booth. It's lower, so closer to the crowd. Really cool LED on the top and the bottom. You can kind of see it in the background here. And then the bottom's got a really nice LED. And then the way they did the dance floor tables, or the shore tables they call them now, they made them a little bit bigger, and they gave a little bit more space in the area for the dance floor. And they're just a better setup. Okay, they did a really nice job in my opinion. I do really like those shore tables. There's actually, I think, 4 of them, or kind of 6 of them now, that you would consider like front row. Generally, if you want a front row dance floor table or shore table, we can tip for that, okay? They're all pretty good in that area. I don't think there's any that are really bad. So, if you want one of those short tables, let me know. There are a couple that are kind of in the shade and underneath. Some people really like that because it's in the shade, which is nice in the summer when it's really hot. So if you want one of those in the shade, we can request that as well. I did that last year for a group, and they were happy. All right. Now, the walkway behind the seaside tables, there's an area called the boardwalk, and that area has several tables as well. Those aren't my favorite tables in the world. I mean, if you can afford a seaside table or a short table, I'd rather have that. But a boardwalk is all you can afford. Those aren't bad. Okay, there's a couple that are bigger, longer, more of like an L. I can get you one of the bigger ones. There's a couple that are smaller for maybe like a smaller group. There is a lot of traffic in that area along the boardwalk. It's kind of when you walk into the right, a little bit on the left. Those are the boardwalk tables. You'll see those the first when you walk in. All right. They're okay, not my favorite tables, but also not terrible either. The next level down, that's going to be what's called the driftwood den tables. Those are going to be the ones behind the DJ, okay? Back in the day, they used to be called the lounge tables. Those are in between the DJ booth and the bar, and I do like that setup. They did a lot better what they did when they did a remodel on that, and they made those tables really awesome. Now, there's 3 of them that are kind of like right behind the artist. A lot of times they'll give those to like pretty girls or, artist friends or even industry people. It's hard to get those, but once in a while they'll sell them. They'll sell one of them or 2 of them. I can get those. So just let me know, I'll make it happen. Now, behind that, there's a whole row of them, and there's several that are a little bit larger. I think the 3 in the middle are a little bit larger. And if you want a little bit larger one, because you have a larger group, I can get one of those as well. So generally a little tip will make that happen. It's not a big deal. We can make it happen. It's always pretty easy to get one of the bigger tables in the driftwood den. And I do like that area because it is shaded in the summer. When it's super hot outside, 115, 120 degrees, feet in the shade is money. It's a little bit loud back there. So, the shore tables and the lounge tables are close to the DJs and the subwoofers and stuff. So you might want to consider some earplugs. So just keep that in mind. Now, the next level down is going to be your final level. That's going to be your day beds, okay? Now, there's people always asking me about the 2 day beds that are on the main pool. I think it's 101 and 102. Those are the 2 day beds that indent into the main pool. You're not gonna get those unless you're pretty girls, okay? So don't even ask me, because the pretty girls get those day beds. They typically give those to like either a comp or a paying group of girls. They want those tables to look pretty in the main pool, right? Because the DJ has a pretty bunch of direct you to those tables, so they want those to look pretty. Now, as far as the rest of the day beds, okay, those are gonna be around the secondary pool, okay? Now there's a row, I think it's 181 to 186. Those are what I consider the more premium day beds. Okay, generally you got a tip to get those. Those are right along the pool. I call them poolside day beds. There's also the 170s, the 160s. Those are the ones along the pool as well. Generally a tip's required to get those. And then there's a kind of the day bed row, if you will. There's the front row day beds, which generally require a tip, but they're really good. And then there's just a whole bunch of other day beds behind there, okay? I try to cook my customers either poolside or front row. Generally, that's where we end up, and tip, you're gonna get that, okay? So make sure you hit me up for the best day bed selection. The day beds are very reasonably priced, especially, even on the big DJ days, you can get a day bed here for $1,000, $1,500, and you get tip and you're getting poolside. It's a great table for the money, okay? So Palm Tree Beach Club has a good selection of tables. Again, make sure you hit me up, 702-883-3006. That's my cell phone. I'm here to help. I can definitely help you get the best table for your money, and I'll make sure you guys get, the best experience you're gonna have here at Palm Tree Beach Club. Now, I do combine this place sometimes with some of my packages. If you guys are interested in doing limo service there and back, we want to do a brunch beforehand, like an all-you-can-drink brunch, get your buzz on before you come over here. You want to do something with Top Golf right here afterwards, we can definitely make that happen. We do have a ton of packages below. Make sure you click on the link, download that Party Plan app, use that Party Plan app for your planning your whole itinerary, put your whole itinerary in there, keep track of everything as far as your expenses go, communicate with your group. It's a free tool. It's great to use. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be out in April, no later than May, all right? Do me a favor and like this video. Do subscribe to this channel for more. Bang that notifications bell. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, and I'm looking forward to working with you out here in Las Vegas. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.